Hi friends, welcome to today's session. Today we're gonna learn about the main principles of audit risk and internal control including audit committee. There are three principles. The first one, the board should establish formal and transparent policies, procedures to ensure the independence and effectiveness of internal and external audit functions and satisfy itself on the integrity of financial and narrative statements. In the first principle, it says that the board should establish a formal and transparent policy. So, a formal and transparent policy should be established by the board. These policies and procedures are established to ensure the independence and effectiveness of internal and external audit functions, and also to satisfy itself on the integrity of financial and narrative statements. And the second principle says that the board should present a fair, balanced, and understandable assessment of the company's position and prospects. In this principle, it says that the board should present a fair, balanced, and understandable assessment of the company's position and prospects. So, this principle says the board should have a fair, balanced, and understandable assessment of what the company's position and prospects. And again, the third principle is the board should establish procedures to manage risk, oversee the internal control framework, and determine the nature and extent of principal risks the company is willing to take in order to achieve its long-term strategic objectives. So, in the third principle, it says that the board should establish procedures. What procedures? The board should establish the procedures to manage risk and also to oversee the internal control framework and determine the nature and extent of the principal risk that the company is willing to take. So the company is willing to take the risk for what? To achieve the long-term strategic objectives of the company. So these three are the main principles of audit, risk, and internal control. So the three principles are: the first principle says the board should have a formal and transparent policy and procedures, and the second says the board should have to present a fair, balanced, and understandable assessment of the company's position. And in the third principle, it says it should establish procedures to manage risk, oversee the internal control framework, and to determine the nature and extent of principal risk that the company is willing to take. So these three are the main principles. So today's session is over. We can meet with another topic as soon as possible. Till then, bye. Thank you.